And the purpose of this speech is actually to introduce herself. So I hope that after this speech, I will know Toastmaster Indah much better. Time given is 4 to 6 minutes, and the title is All the Women I Have Loved Before. Please welcome Toastmaster Indah.
Welcome. Thank you so much, Toastmaster DTM Harlina and Toastmaster of the meeting. Should I just start it?
Floor is yours.
Okay. Greetings, Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and honorable guests. Tonight, I would like to use a special virtual background before I start it. Can you read this background? Let me just move aside just a bit. There is a special place in hell for women who do not help other women. So I see there's a lot of women here. So this quote is said by Madeleine Albright, the former U.S. State Secretary. But tonight I want to tell about my story, which is the opposite of that quote. I think that there is a special place in heaven for women who support and empower other women. So I want to say about all the women that I have loved before. Number one, my mother. My mother is a special lady, and she gave birth to me when she was working in Surabaya way back when in 1984. We moved a lot when I was a child. We moved to Palembang, Jakarta, Kalimantan, and all over the place basically. But I grew up mostly actually in Jakarta. So I spent my school years from elementary school to high school in Jakarta. So I bet all of you wondered, why am I doing here today? Why am I joining Toastmaster this late on in life? Because I see there's so many young faces in the crowds today. Because I wanna achieve something that's been a curse in myself, so to speak. Because when I was still in the kindergarten, I was very, very shy, and even my kindergarten teacher thought that I was mute or I cannot speak even a small simple word as yes or no, or can you please help me to go to the bathroom. So there was this incident where my mom got called to the school because I wet my pants, just because I was too shy to ask the teacher to help me to go to the bathroom. And then the teacher asked my mom, was your daughter okay? Can she speak at home? And my mom said, oh yeah, she's very talkative actually. Oh really? But because at school she never said even a single word, even a single word. So after that, my mom arranged for me to get many lesson and many after school tuition, so that to boost my confidence. Okay, so that's my mom to me. She's the woman that empowered me since the very beginning. Fast forward to my teenage year, it was everything was okay, everything was great. I went to school like normal people as per usual. But then suddenly, when I was still in my second year in high school, my mom got diagnosed for cancer, and then she went all this chemo and treatment and everything. I was still very clueless at that time, and I need to take care of two my younger siblings during that period of her going back and forth to the hospital. And eventually, my mom succumbed to her cancer just 3 days prior to my Eptanas days. So it was very, very difficult for me to even go through to the exam. But luckily, somehow I managed to pull through, and I finished the exam even with a small margin of passing grade. So, but that thank God that I still passed anyway. So moving on to my college year, I eventually went to medical school in Surabaya, and that is because of my special aunt. She is my mom younger sister, and she asked me whether I want to come with her and live with her in Surabaya and attend school there. Oh, so she basically put me and my sister under her wing because my dad was quite a wreck at that time as well because he had lost the love of his life. Okay, so my aunt really have an important role in our lives, in our family's life. So she is also one of the women that I have loved before and still is actually. And then moving forward, I had to leave her anyway because I need to pursue my career here in Jakarta. So now I work as a doctor in a hospital in Karawaci as a cardiologist, and I will not have become the person that I am today without all those women who have loved me before and who I have loved for and ever since then. And I'm not Madeleine Albright. I choose to see the glass half full actually. So I do not curse and I do not tell women that if they don't support me they should go to hell. No. But I rather see that and appreciate the women that empower me, the women that supported me, and I pray for them that and I tell them that there's a special place for them in heaven. So I'm curious to see whether everyone here has special women in their life that they want to thank. You can tell to us and everyone in the chat room. Thank you so much. Back to you, DTM Harlina and Toastmaster of the meeting. Thank you so much.
So I will evaluate the speech of our icebreaker Toastmaster Indah, and the purpose of the speech is to introduce herself to the club, and so that we can know her much better. And that is what I feel. I feel that I know a lot more about her background, about how she feels about things, and how she's a more positive person, seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. And so I think the purpose has been reached. Also, the fact that you have structured your speech in opening, body, and conclusion. Uh, and sorry. And sorry for that. And what I also like is how you tie the conclusion to the opening. So you started with the quote, and then you, in the closing, you referred back to the quote. That's a nice move. And I actually like the quote a lot. So I think you should just start with the quote directly. Yeah, so let me share you a quote that I really like, and then you go directly to the quote. Actually, you can quite move around, isn't it? So that's okay to say, oh yeah, this is a quote. You want to cover the quote first with your body, and then after that you want to show it. It's okay because you can actually move around also when you speak. It would be, of course, easier if you would stand up, yeah, while giving a speech. That's a challenge for you for next speech, if it is possible. Um, and another challenge for you is also to look more in the camera, because I noticed that you did look to your device, but just next to the camera. So should be so maybe you can try that next time. But all in all, I think it's a well-structured speech, and I know you much better now. So thank you for your introduction. And back to the general evaluator.